What girl doesn't dream of marrying a noble and handsome prince and living with him happily ever after? Unfortunately, in real life, the prince might turn out to be much worse than the dragon he was supposed to save you from. But let's start our story from the beginning. The king and his squad decide to eliminate the biggest threat to their kingdom. They hunt down a dangerous dragon and prepare for the fight, but the creature is nowhere to be seen. All of a sudden, a huge stream of fire kills most of the king's soldiers. Then, the dragon kills the rest of the king's people. To stay alive, the king has to surrender. The dragon approaches the king and decides his fate. Centuries later, a hardworking girl named Elodie Bayford lives in a faraway land and helps her father keep his people safe and fed. When the Queen of Oria sends her ambassador to offer Elodie's father to wed his daughter to the prince, he can't refuse. Together with her father, her younger sister, and her stepmother, Elodie starts a long journey to her future husband. On the way, they notice numerous terrifying statues of dragons leading to the kingdom, and Elodie has a very bad feeling. However, as soon as they reach the kingdom, all their fears fly away. Elodie's family is fascinated with everything, including the castle and its surroundings. While the king, the queen, and Prince Henry are absent, Elodie is escorted to her luxurious chambers. Observing beautiful views from her balcony, Elodie notices another young girl and smiles at her. At night, she sees something strange going on far away from the castle, but her little sister distracts her, and Elodie goes to bed. The next day, Elodie is introduced to the king's family. The queen seems delighted with her choice and allows Henry and Elodie to spend some time alone while their parents are busy discussing the wedding. Elodie and Henry take a walk in the gardens and quickly find common ground. After they talk about each other's dreams and future plans, Elodie and Henry enjoy horse riding, and eventually Elodie starts falling for him. In the morning, Elodie goes through thorough wedding preparations and looks stunning in her dress with many accessories, including the one with a beautiful yellow stone. The wedding goes smoothly, and after Henry kisses Elodie, the queen calls her Princess of Oria. Elodie says goodbye to her family, sits in a carriage, and leaves with Henry. When she asks him where they are going, he tells her that they are heading to the mountains to confirm the tradition of his family. There, Elodie sees the queen and a big group of people in golden masks. The queen gives Elodie a golden coin and thanks her for being one of the numerous women who helped the kingdom prosper. The queen tells a legend about the first king of Oria. Back then, the kingdom was under the threat of a monstrous dragon. The king managed to make a deal with the dragon and sacrificed his 3 daughters to guarantee the safety of Oria. The queen cuts Henry and Elodie's hands and makes them mix their blood. Then, Elodie has to throw the coin into the abyss and complete the ritual. Henry picks her up and tells her to close her eyes. And then he does something that Elodie could never expect. Henry throws her into the abyss too. Screaming and scratching her face, Elodie eventually reaches the ground. Injured, scared, and lonely, Elodie cries for help, but nobody answers. While she is trying to climb up and save herself, the dragon wakes up somewhere in the mountains. Elodie starts noticing jewelry and accessories that belong to other princesses and realizes that she is just one of many sacrifices. Then, she sees something strange and finds a little bird on fire. Shortly after that, thousands of these birds fill the cave and scare the girl. Elodie begs her deceased mother to give her strength but hears someone's ominous female voice. It is the dragon, and she asks about Elodie's name. The dragon starts the hunt and attacks Elodie, making her run away. Running from the streams of fire, Elodie finds the corpse of the girl she met yesterday. She manages to hide, but her dress is damaged, and her leg is seriously burned. Elodie uses part of her corsage as a knife and cuts her dress to bandage the wound. Elodie uses her necklace as a source of light and decides to inspect the area. After she falls one more time, Elodie loses the necklace but finds a strange cave full of shining blue crystals. To reach the cave, she needs to leap a chasm, so she throws away her wedding ring, makes a jump, and almost falls. Elodie uses another part of her dress as a climbing tool and makes it to the other side of the cave. Elodie finds a little glowing caterpillar and uses her sleeve to make a lantern. Then, she finds a source of water and quenches her thirst, but the dragon catches her off guard. Elodie hides in the cave where she sees rock inscriptions made by other princesses. She reads dozens of names and realizes that none of these girls survived. Overwhelmed with pain and fear, Elodie has a vision of other princesses who became the dragon's victims. As she wakes up, Elodie discovers that the glowing caterpillars healed her burned leg. She tears her dress apart and adds her name to into the rock inscription. Elodie starts her journey to freedom and follows the sounds of music. She finds a cave full of crystals, leading to the top of the cave. The crystals are sharp, so Elodie bandages her hands and feet and uses the crown as a climbing tool. Once, Elodie almost falls down into the dragon's mouth, but keeps going. When she reaches the top, Elodie realizes that there is no way out. She notices some people far away and cries for help, but the dragon attacks her. Suddenly, Elodie hears someone calling her name. Her father came here to rescue her. Elodie rushes to him but finds another cave and 3 destroyed dragon eggs. It helps her to uncover the whole truth about the dragon's fate. The first king killed her children and left the dragon without any hope to continue her genus. That is why the dragon demanded the king to give her 3 princesses every human generation. Lord Bayford refuses to leave without his daughter, but the dragon shows up and starts killing his people one by one. The beast attacks Elodie's father too while she is hiding and watching them. The dragon tells Lord Bayford to call his daughter, but he refuses. The dragon grows impatient and almost kills Elodie's father, but gets distracted by one of his people. Elodie runs to her dad, who tells her to use his ropes to get out of the cave and dies. Crying, Elodie does what he said, and after the dragon tries to stop her, she successfully escapes. The girl uses a horse to trick the beast, and the dragon goes berserk, threatening to burn not only the mountains but the whole kingdom. The queen sees the troubles caused by Elodie and decides to take matters into her own hands to solve the problem. Together with her guards, she attacks Lady Bayford and kidnaps Elodie's sister, Floria. Elodie meets Lady Bayford, learns that Floria is taken to the caves to satisfy the dragon, and hurries back to save her. Henry tries to stop his mother since Floria is just an innocent child, but the queen doesn't listen and orders them to throw the girl into the abyss. When Elodie arrives, she jumps after Floria, but the dragon already got her. Elodie makes her way through the caves once again, cuts her hair, and devises a plan on how to save her sister. She creates a smart trap to trick the dragon and takes her dad's sword to use it in a fight. When the trap works and distracts the dragon, Elodie runs to Floria and wakes her up. But the dragon comes back too soon, and Elodie has to confront the monster face to face. The girl says that she knows the truth about the dragon's babies. She has been lied to, but the creature doesn't believe her and attacks Elodie. The girl falls into the water and survives. Thanks to Floria, she retrieves the sword and prepares for a new attack. The dragon catches Elodie and tortures her, but the girl manages to stab the beast in the eye. Then, Elodie makes her last attempt to talk to the dragon and persuade her that she is just a victim, just like any innocent princess whose life was stolen in these caves. The dragon wants to kill Elodie anyway and sends a stream of fire into the mirror surface. The creature is seriously injured and burned, but Elodie decides not to kill the dragon. Instead, she brings the healing caterpillars and helps the beast to recover. As Prince Henry is busy marrying another princess, Elodie arrives and saves the bride. Then, the dragon shows up too and burns the royal family with their castle to the ground. Their story is over, while Elodie's just began. Together with her stepmom, sister, and her new dragon friend, Elodie heads back home.